And I thought of you, Dave, when I saw this. These are 10 predictions made by different people of different walks of life, some in newspapers, in 1924 about the year 2024.
I love it. I saw a thing on YouTube the other day that was here's what it's going to be like in the year 2001, and it was made in the 1960s, and it was a family, husband, wife, and a kid, and the husband was played by Wink Martindale.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was a little 20-minute show that this is what it's going to be like, and it had you went into this. They called them hives. You lived in like a hive, and the kid did his learning in one section. Dad had his office in the other. Mom had a kitchen where she could whip up things in 15 minutes instead of
anything
2
they get
hours.
right.
Any accuracy?
Well, the computers.
Yeah,
the computers, but the computers were a lot less impressive in the depiction because they were big clunky TV screens, not flat screens.
Can't imagine that.
Yeah, and there was nothing handheld.
Yeah, Disney World does that, and you go back to like the 60s, and they say, "Here's what Tomorrowland, a modern house in 2000," will," and they get it wrong. It's just really hard to predict. No one could have ever. Well, I asked the other day because I feel like I remember when we were kids. Well, not kids. When I was a teenager, and we were renting movies from the video store. I felt like we had heard one of these days you'll just be able to press a button and the movie will come right to your home, which it does now. You can do that.
That was way off in the future, though, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. So I said to my friend's father, who owned a video store at that time, "Did you ever see anything like this coming?" And he said, "No, we never thought anything about that." But I do feel like that was batted around where one day you won't even have to go to the video store. It'll just be boom.
Yeah, but it's always 40, 50 years in the future.
Yeah, that's right.
Not 25.
Well, I got the VCR in the mid-'80s, and when did Netflix, when could you really start streaming? Probably 30 years later?
Yeah, about 30.
Something like 25, 30 years later. So here, similar, a real estate mogul in New York said...
In 1924.
1924, said, what will happen in 100 years, in 2024? And he said, everyone will fly to work in a small plane-like object.
Yeah, flying cars.
Flying
cars, exactly. It'll be the everyday occurrence for a businessman to fly from home to the office and then back home again.
So this person would have been born, you would think, in 1885?
Yep, I'd say.
Maybe 1890?
Yeah, be 30 or 40 years old.
And so they have seen the invention of the airplane.
That's what it was.
And the invention of the car.
Correct.
And a world war.
Mm-hmm. So they thought, since the airplane was in its infancy, it would take over and be the modern...
Well, they already used airplanes in warfare.
Yes.
In the 20s.
So, but what they're saying is it would become more and more streamlined and advanced, and then you'd fly to work.
Yeah.
Which, some people, that's just never, I don't think that's ever going to be where we're just flying around.
Jetpacking it.
I don't.
Too much air traffic.
I don't think so, yeah. The other end of the extreme there, a Swedish architect wrote, in 100 years, I see the modern day city totally rebuilt around the car. I see 3-deck roads, speedways through the heart of town, skyscrapers with entrances for automobiles as high as 15 stories.
Wow.
You do see
everything, but maybe
except for the skyscrapers, you've got those interstates, that go.
Have you been to Chicago? That parking deck on the river, 20 stories high.
You do that. That's right. Yeah. That's right. You do park in those.
In big cities, parking is a premium.
That's fairly accurate, then, isn't it?
It really is.
You have something like that. This is not accurate. Department of Agriculture offered a prediction in 1924 that by 2024, we won't have enough food to go around, so there will be some sort of limit on how many children anyone can have because there's not enough food for all of us here in America.
Mm-hmm. And these were the roaring 20s. The Depression was still 6 years away.
Yeah.
There really isn't enough food to go around, is there? For the whole world?
No, that's why it's genetically grown now and grown in hot-houses.
Or is the food there and it's just not getting to the right people?
They always say we waste so much.
I waste too much food. I what did I waste the other night? I just threw it out.
Chili? Your wife's chili?
Yeah, she had made some chili and cornbread.
And you said, I'm a pescatarian.
I did say that. There was pizza left over. They had pizza the other night. I just threw it out because I'm not eating it anymore.
Would you have a salmon?
Yeah, I'll have a salmon. We're having salmon tonight.
Fun.
Put it over in the air fryer.
Fun.
Get ready for some air fryer salmon tonight.
I bet that air fryer thought I was going to see so many cool things rolling off the belt.
When I bought
I'll see you suckers later.
Yep.
I'm going to be cooking steaks.
Yep.
And wings, and it's just constantly you just shoving salmon in it.
This is the 10-in-1?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Salmon and asparagus.
Yeah. No French fries.
Yeah.
No onion rings.
No
None of the fun stuff.
That's tonight. My daughter will want to eat 2 hours before us because she doesn't even like the smell of it. She'll eat 2 hours before us and then go up to her room.
Will she make dinner?
Well, as far as it can, chicken nuggets or something right out of the freezer, And
Dino nuggets.
I'll chop.
Does she air fry those herself?
Yes. She won't even let me get near her after I've eaten my salads with my oil and vinegar dressing or my
because
salmon.
of the flatulence,
The loose stools.
Oily.
Check.
the crap in your teeth.
Yeah, the smell.
No, she don't want her dino nuggets
Breath.
tasting like your fish. That's why she goes before you.
That's right. The president of the American Chemical Society said that we would have constant warfare everywhere. Major cities would be under attack daily.
Whoa.
Well, not here in America, but around the world, there's always a
Middle
war.
East.
Always a war. Exactly.
And that's been going on forever.
Movie mogul D.W. Griffith said the exact opposite. He said that moving pictures, would end all wars because they were a universal language which will help us understand each other. And by the year 2024, movies will have played a huge part in, quote, eliminating from the face of the earth all armed conflict. Wow. Couldn't have been more off.
No,
there.
But the one thing that probably could would be video that's from other places that you see on the news or on YouTube.
Well,
people see something bad happening and then they protest against it. This is
Are you saying like reading about something is different than seeing it?
Right.
Or hearing about it?
Yeah, but that is, there's still war, but he's right about moving picture, and of course we can see it instantly.
Yeah, and there's no television here.
Yeah, and you could shoot a video right now, and somebody in Africa could see it right now.
Exactly.
Literally send it to them.
Yep.
British politician says life expectancy will be at least 100 and 75 will feel young. Not the case.
Not quite.
I feel like we're aging better, but the stats kind of don't back that up.
Yeah.
Do they? At least
the medicine's keeping us alive.
Yeah. But I think even after COVID, the average...
We dropped a bit, right?
We dropped.
The average life expectancy.
Yes. Maybe we're
in
creeping
the United States.
Correct. Yeah. In a book called Wireless Possibilities, a businessman predicted that we would be doing many things remotely, and it would be great if you hate driving into cities. What a help to the man who objects to a large city. Why could he not conduct most of his business from his home in comfort? Now that we can do. That we can do, right?
Nailed it.
That's right on the money there, isn't it? That's really your internet. You can work from home. You can shop from home. You can do all of those
Deliver
things.
it to home.
A professor at the University of Southern California predicted that horses would become an endangered species and go extinct because automobiles would render them useless.
Well, they're not extinct, but they're not used a lot for commerce.
He said in 100 years, you'll probably find horses only in zoos, and they'll be a distant relic. I'm sure you will not find them anywhere else because automobiles will be the way of the future. But there's still plenty of horses out there.
Yeah, but they're rarely used for main types of transportation, unless you go like parts of Asia.
I mean, what are horses really used for? Racing, gambling, dog food.
Yeah, I mean, and leisure.
Yeah.
Ranchers use them.
Yeah.
Ranchers. A lot of leisure.
Geez, I have a good friend who's into horses. I shouldn't have said just dog food. That's really wrong.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that. Right. Exactly.
You ever air fry your horse?
Don't answer that.
No, I'm not gonna.
You'll get sick from it.
I'm not gonna say that.
You don't cook it right.
And finally, a nationally syndicated advice columnist thought America's eating habits would be so bad we would likely lose all our teeth.
Joke's on you.
Right. We just got fat.
We just got fat.
We lose
Teeth
our
are
teeth.
fine.
Our teeth are
We
just
lost
fine.
our feet.
Yes. Wrong end of the body.